Hey, what's up, guys? We're here at the Vortex Edge facilities for a tour, and we're some of the first people to check it out.
Yeah, and we're super excited to see what all they've got here. They've got all kinds of ranges and different training facilities here at Vortex headquarters at the Edge facility. So let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Welcome to Vortex Edge.
Good to be here, man. This is awesome. Why don't you show us around,
Okay.
show us all the cool things you have going on here at Vortex Edge. And the coolest thing is this is actually open to the public, right?
That's right, yeah. If you have a pulse and there's not a legal reason we can't do so, we will pretty much train you in any manner of things you might want to be trained in. We've got all kinds of classes from pistol to carbine, long range stuff. And then we're going to have some specific things too that can be a little bit more specialized. Everything from kind of home defense, maybe classes specific to law enforcement or other instructors. The list is pretty extensive, and it's all on our website. So we got vortexedge.com. You can check it out. Well, we're starting our showroom. We're right in the middle of the indoor facility. We're just going to head to one end, which is our indoor 100-yard range. It's pretty unique. Not many indoor 100-yard ranges in the entire country.
Let's go take a look.
All right. Here at the 100-yard range, though, like we said, it's not particularly common to see a 100-yard indoor range. I know there's only a handful, maybe you could even just count them on one hand in the United States. We're one of them, and it's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of things happen at a 100-yard range. A lot of people are sighting in various different rifles, hunting rifles, long-range rifles, any number of things, and we've got room enough for 7 people to be doing their thing side by side all at once here. Got a couple of benches. And you do have to make the trek down 100 yards. We don't have the target carriers like you'll see over in the 50-yard range, but that's all right. Get a little exercise in, right?
That's pretty cool. So any caliber restrictions in here?
I guess ultimately there is eventually, but you got to exceed 50 BMG to get to that caliber restriction. So you can shoot a 50 in here. We've done it, and it's not fun. It's cool to say you did it, but as you can imagine, it's tight quarters in here. Even though, like I said, we can fit 7 people side to side, it's tight quarters for a 50, and it's very concussive when that gun goes off. But we've done it. We tested it out. It works.
Awesome. And for those of you that don't know, this is right next to the headquarters of Vortex in Barneveld, Wisconsin, which is what? How far from Madison?
I think we're about 30 minutes west.
Yeah, just a little bit west of Madison. So if you're anywhere in the Wisconsin area, this is worth a trip to check it out. But you're drawing people from far beyond Wisconsin.
Yeah, when we have classes, we'll have people that are coming from states all around the Midwest, even outside the Midwest. Sometimes in the other ranges, we'll shoot some USPSA competitions here. We'll hold those during the winter months.
Yeah.
We've had people come up all the way from Ohio for that sort of thing. Just this last year, and that was our first year. So we actually have pistol instructor courses, carbine instructor courses, law enforcement specific stuff. So for your agency or for certain people within your agency, like snipers or something like that, we'll have courses. So our instructors are well versed in a very, very wide range of firearms usages and applications.
We better keep on moving.
That's right. This is the Armory. Now, I didn't come prepared having them all on display in an Instagram fashion, but all the toys do live in this room.
So when people come in for training, do you have firearms that they can use?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Especially for the intro level stuff, because we know a lot of people may just want to try shooting any type of firearm for the first time. We will offer I'll take intro to pistol, a really popular one nowadays. We'll offer up the pistol, the belt, the holster, and the ammo. It's all included in the course fee.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So yeah, you can literally just come ready to go in your plain clothes. As long as you got pants, you can put belt on and all that, you're good to go. So you can hear the air system is running in this room. That's why we got a little bit more of a buzz going. And this one being 50 yards, kind of generally speaking about half the size, give or take, of the 100-yard range. It is a bit wider.
How many stations do you have here? It looks
14.
okay.
And in this particular range, we've got the 50-yard line right here, so you can shoot from here. But in this case, we didn't have this on the 100-yard, but we have this here. All the AR-500 in the ceiling is overlapping. And so as you advance, if someone were to, say, accidentally cook off a round going upward, there's no chance it's going to leave the building. So
Right.
that's why we can allow people especially with our pistol courses and stuff like that, we're not going to make you shoot pistol from 50 yards the whole time.
Yeah. So you can work at the different ranges. You can actually move forward if you need to.
Yeah, and of course, the target carriers that you see here, this is all action target stuff, they can move, and so you can, in theory, kind of give yourself from this line a 10 or a 25-yard shot. My problem is, especially when it comes to the handgun, when you're further back down here, just a small change in angle can wind up having a round go into the floor or into the ceiling just much easier. So we tend to move the people rather than moving the targets for that sort of thing.
That makes sense.
Now, can you do anything with lighting in here, or is it just straight lights like we got here?
Yeah, good point. So,
like, you're thinking like a disco party, or what do you?
I like it.
We can get a little.
Want to get a rave going on in here, or what?
Wait till you don't count it out just yet. But we can play with the lights in here. I didn't mention in the 100-yard range, but actually all of our ranges, we can play with the lights. We were very specific when we had the building built that we wanted to be able to run night vision equipment in all of our ranges. And so not only can we make the lights go completely dark, completely blackout, but actually we even have some switches that allow us to turn off all the other little lights, you know, whether it's camera IR flood or little other things that are just kind of tiny lights in the atmosphere that would mess with your night vision.
You can go completely black then.
Completely dark, and it could be noon in the middle of June, and everybody's wearing night vision, getting their night vision training in. This is where we can control the target carriers, and we can individually control all the different lanes. So right now we've got 7, 8, and 9 down there, for example. We could recall them and bring them on home. They can present themselves in different ways, so they can spin sideways, and then we can run a drill where you have to make an engagement or make a movement of some sort when it presents itself. Those are a few examples of things that we can do.
So this is a 25. It appears to be about half the length as the 50. Is that accurate assumption?
I would say that's a pretty accurate assumption. I'd have to get my tape measure out, but I think you're pretty close.
These are all really exciting, really cool. But I saw in your guys' video that you put out giving your tour demonstration, the VirTra and the Sim House.
That's right.
And those are just, they blow my mind. Something I've never been a part of. So I'm super excited to check those out. Are we going there next?
That is exactly where we're going next.
Look at those screens.
Yes. So we rely on these big screens here. This is a simulator. It's not the kind you strap to your face. You're actually getting on the platform here. You are in the mix with this one. This is called a VirTra 300 system. The 300 is for 300 degrees. We obviously have this one open side here for you to get in and out of, and for the instructor to be able to watch you from their computer back here at the desk. Now, like I said, this is very fun. Don't get me wrong. Also a really, really valuable training tool. Right now, thus far, we've used it a lot for law enforcement, kind of military type applications, but we are working to try and incorporate this into the types of trainings that your regular Janes and Joes can come and take as well. Maybe that would be some concealed carry type applications, home defense type applications. Yeah. And there's a marksmanship aspect to this too, so we're using real firearms in here. They've been converted, and an example would be right over here on the table. Now, there's both a carbine and a pistol. The pistol is easiest to show right here. We have converted a Glock. This should be, I believe, a 17, and this has a laser barrel in it. It's not going to be able to even fire a regular round, so that's good. Especially because we don't want to put holes in our screens. But anyway, so it's got a laser barrel, and then it has a magazine. Magazine is over here, which is loaded up with CO2. CO2 is pretty cheap these days. It's not in a shortage like a lot of the other ammo that we shoot out of our firearms. But so this is the magazine that goes inside, and the CO2 basically just means that when you pull the trigger, it's actually going to cycle the slide. It's not a perfect recoil simulation, but you definitely get that sight disturbance as you're looking through the optic or through the irons. Whatever.
For sure. Yeah.
And
That's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, and you sight in the laser to the screen, so you kind of calibrate them, and then that way it really works on the marksmanship aspect of things too. You can't just kind of be mindlessly going about and just shooting, and rounds have to go where you're pointing them.
Right.
Adrian here is one of the instructors.
Hey, Adrian.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Good to see you guys.
He's one of the guys who's able to run this this whole setup. It's pretty complex. He does it all from back here, and he can watch what you're doing, and then he can even go in and manipulate how the scenario is unfolding before your very eyes. It's a bit of a choose your own adventure.
So you can change it up as someone's going through it.
Yeah. If you guys are doing the right things, saying the right things, and whatnot, I can make things go your way.
Can you run us through one of those
Or
scenarios?
if you're kind of, absolutely, yep, yeah, we can make things go all sorts of different directions. So, yeah.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Well, this has been super interesting. Definitely something I would love to spend a lot more time in. We're gonna have to make a trip back.
I think so.
Yeah.
For sure, guys.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Where are we heading, Jimmy?
Next up is the old shoot house. Okay, so we're over here at the last stop for the indoor range, and this is the shoot house. Gonna get these guys maybe even geared up. First, we gotta show them the lay of the land, right? And it is right through this door.
3,400 square foot room, about a 2,400 square foot shoot house here. This is Action Target's tack house, so it's got movable wall panels. We can adjust the layout. Feel free to take a look inside. So we got different furniture in here. We can move stuff around, run a real sterile type of room layout. If we're
This
just
looks just like
working
my
on stuff.
living room.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I got the same piece. Check that out.
Your TV's a little bigger.
Got a little bit bigger TV, but yeah.
We got some of these with, like this one's got a closet in it. This one back here is kind of like a master bedroom setup where it's kind of got like this back closet and then just keeps wrapping around. This is sort of like, maybe not even necessarily, it's like a half closet, half bathroom because it just keeps going back and back.
Bird's eye view here.
Yeah, bird's eye view, so instructors can be up here watching students run through the house or whatever we're doing, and other students can also be up here too. It's just a good way to see more reps.
Just like the other ranges, you can adjust all the lights, set the scene.
Yep, exactly. We do night vision training in here.
You play music.
We can play music. We got loud speakers here, so we get a lot of times we'll have a law enforcement team coming through, and they're real chatty, and that's like, okay, we're going to take away your verbal communication abilities, so we'll blast some Metallica or something, and now they've got to communicate non-verbally.
I am so pumped for this. This is awesome.